Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 8 of my, am I gonna still call it the Black Army? I'm just gonna keep calling it Black Army campaign. Here in HOI4, the New Order. I think Comey just won, unless, actually this still could go either way, because they're one tile, there's no tiles between their capital and the West Russian Revolutionary Front, so I'm very interested in watching this right now. Definitely could go either way. Is it going to be Zadanov or Zhukov? Z on Z violence. I think whoever wins this might end up taking West Russia. Although, nobody's really stopping Samara right now. These are some nasty wars going on in the West. Look at the Aryan Brotherhood Vyatka thing, too. That's it. Comey's going to win. Or no, they've traded capitals. Look, the West Russian Revolutionary Front has taken the Comey capital and vice versa. What is happening right now? Look, Vyatka just pulled out the win against the Aryans. There remains some justice in the Russian anarchy. I bet a few seconds ago you all thought that the Aryans were gonna win. Well, you were wrong. Okay. What are we going to do next? I want to keep investing the political power. Yeah, let's do a flip here. Unless... Let's come down here. Some of this stuff is pretty good, actually. But we need political power for it. So let's just, yeah, get investing it again. Who's winning right now? Yeah, oh yeah, it's still kind of back and forth. So it's 45% right now on the despots, 41% on the libertarian socialists. So let's do a coin flip for empowering the Black Army or empowering the communes. Incidentally, where's the Black Army right now in terms of empowerment? Yeah, it actually can still get stronger. All right, flip it. Despotism. Empower the Black Army. Alright, and then commune votes. We've got 4 people supporting this. Oh no, what are we gonna do without Tatuva? Come on, let's get Tomsk, guys. Let's get Tomsk in on this. Hold on a sec, I just remembered. Isn't there a thing where, like, the Workers' Council rises up in Central Siberia? I just remembered that because they sometimes win in things. So I probably should put some people in my capital in case that's gonna happen. Alright, well, what do they got for us? They want just money. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. We're keeping a division in our capital, and then I think whenever the rebellion happens, it's over here. Better industrial expertise. Nice. Okay, so we've already invested that. Now, we have a industrial expertise thing down here. Yeah. Although, let's see, slowly improve. This is the better one. Yeah, this is the better one because it gives us the industry research bonus too, and I want that. Delicate balance of power is shifting and into a brighter tomorrow, and I think the German Civil War just ended. Goering seems to have won. This earth is not a fairy tale, but a struggle for life. There goes Gorky. So now Samara is going to go after somebody. And if they take... What is this war? This is hideous. Goering wins the German Civil War. Look at that fat ass. He's advocating militaristic policies. Peace now returns to Germany. Yeah, for a minute. For a minute or two. Oh, time to... Excuse me, time for crazy expansions until he runs into Fortress Switzerland. Okay, we could invest in infrastructure. Oh yes, consolidate the regional course. We need to prioritize dealing with the administrative chaos. Okay, but also, what do we want? Workers training, yeah. So this stuff doesn't affect our politics at all. So we're still going either way. Okay, commune votes. Yeah, 5-4. We're fine there. 45 days. So let's close this. Prepare for war. We gotta wait until 69. So we've got about 4 years still to go. So that's going to take a while. Other regional developments we could do in the meantime. Stability's okay, but I think I want passive improvement to some things here. Anything I'm not improving right now? Nope, everything's growing pretty well. Agriculture's going up fast. I think we might... Do we get the agriculture one that also reduces coring time? Or is that only authoritarian socialists that get that, not libertarian ones? Where's the agriculture? Heavy machinery. Yeah, right here. We got encouraging agricultural mechanization, but it doesn't reduce coring. Okay, Comey won. Only in death does duty end. What do we want? How's my academic base? Oh no, that's not doing good at all. We have to definitely speed that up. Yeah. Allocate education funding. Alright, so Tumen is just crushing Omsk, naturally. German intervention in Africa. Oh boy. Yeah, are they like actually in war or something? Goering has sparked new interest in the war. The entry is much more clear. This war is about stopping fascism and its march to conquer the world. The world holds its breath as the German giant has reawakened. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, they're just arming the shield. I don't think they actually will, like, declare war. They don't actually, yeah, they're not directly getting involved. But still. How is this going? Republic of South Africa seems to be losing. Alright, Magadan's going after Alden. Then Irkutsk, I think, should be pretty easy for them to beat. To unite anarchy, Mikhail sat in his, hold on, I get a sip here. Mikhail sat back in his chair, tired after a long day of reading reports and negotiating with local commune leaders. After 20 years, he had learned one thing. It was administering a territory was always harder than conquering it. He found his office was filled with arguments. On his desk lay a series of maps and files pertaining to some recently conquered territory he had been assigned to his administrate. Integrating is difficult. Task necessitates yards of paperwork. He would have yet another communal leader to squabble with. He could simply put the region under martial law and directly administer the new territory. He could establish that communes elections later. In the meantime, it would certainly make his job easier. Mikhail rubbed his eyes and pondered what to do. Too many decisions. So, once again, it's a despotism or not choice. This is interesting. This is if we integrate with libertarian socialism that gives war support this time. Okay, so this is two things to reduce the strain. What have we got here? Enshrine material rights. What's this? Last communal congress in Kansk before relocating to Novosibirsk. Unlocks access to military or economic, military, and foreign focus trees. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like. Am I already on the anarchy route, or has it already been chosen? Enforce libertarian socialist values. Present anarchism as cure. Okay, so I guess we are libertarian socialists, maybe. Yeah, see, that increases libertarian socialism. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Looking outwards. Defensive Intelligence Service. Change refugee law to give me your poor. I don't think I've even seen that before. Well, we can't do any of this until we do this over here first. So, when a decision comes along, we must flip it. Despotism. In-state provisional leadership. Despite our hopes otherwise, the leaders of the Siberian Soviet know the truth. Too many of the people in the newly conquered lands are opposed to anarchism as of right now, and letting the people self-organize would only invite sabotage. With luck, the people will accumulate to anarchism quickly, and control can be handed over properly in the future. Into the South African War. That's it. Treaty of Pretoria. Oberst Rolf Steiner signed for the German forces. The outcome of the war appears to be firmly in favor of the Africa Shield. South Africa surrendered its northern territory in the Boer independence, recognized as per the terms of the treaty. Leadership on both sides now look towards the future. Whilst international consensus agrees that the now formally overextended African Reichscommissariats will surely face fresh struggles to maintain their increasingly weak grasp on their territories, the future of South Africa and how its people will accept their new reality remains worryingly unclear. Peace at last. So I don't think that's like the worst thing that could happen. Let's see, growing Black Army control. Okay, so the Black Army's a little bit more in charge now. So we keep just kind of juggling that 15 political power back and forth. I'll tell you who really seems to be winning this, the other parties. Yeah, look at that. Did you see it shift right there in front of us? It just did. So yeah, authoritarian democracy goes up, and we got social democracy still here. Authoritarian socialism. Looks like the Burgundians have left. They're going, this is a little too chaotic. We don't like this. We don't need the weekly manpower anymore. Probably should have deployed these some time ago. Can we possibly get 22 of these out? Not really. I just want to kind of get a sense here, though, of how badly that puts me in the hole. 666 days, 661 days, 196 days. Definitely could be worse. I've seen worse. I think it might be time also to go ahead and make that tank division template, because unless... Wait, developing free territory, lessons from war, industrial warfare. I'm not seeing anything here that... Oh, we could get research bonuses on helicopters. That's interesting. Oh, hey, LBJ. How many votes did you get today? Okay. He praised the continuing endurance of his party. He's going to carry on the good work. He's bullish, but progressive-minded. All right. Many within the center NPP have quietly praised some of his electoral platform. I do find it funny that LBJ and Bobby Kennedy, even though ideologically and in terms of policy there are similarities there, but they hate each other. Yeah, that's just how it is. You could agree with somebody and still hate their guts. All right, let's reduce the administrative chaos some more. Are we actually building anything again yet? Okay, good. Something, huh? Start increasing the construction budget bits here. There we go. We're also implementing that motion. Look at that. We just got 20 more factories for building things. Awesome. Because we are gonna need some infrastructure later. Okay, yeah, like one of my favorite articles from The Onion, who's this comedy, it's this comedy satire site. You guys know what The Onion is, but it's just it's something like man devastated upon learning that man he hates said something true. Or said something correct. Yeah. It's like I know that there's some people in my life who when I hear them say something, I kind of go, oh, you know what? Internally, I don't say it out loud, but I think, oh, they think that's a good idea? Maybe it's actually not a good idea. Okay, so the Divine Mandate is now going after the Kamchatka Peninsula. So these two need to work this out. This is what always seems to kind of determine it, is if the two remaining down here can finish their war before the Divine Mandate takes the peninsula, then they could usually win, because then they get, you know, the Divine Mandate gets split. It can't fight on two fronts. Ooh, big Comey. Big Comey. Shield is broken. They'll even kill each other. So I always forget if they have to completely take South Africa to eventually get to. So we're in a position right now where the African devastation can happen, but I'm wondering if I don't remember if to get the third war, they have to actually take over South Africa entirely. I know the Boer Republic has to exist, but I forget if, like, how far it has to go. Okay, let's get extending the communication system. Oh yeah, so that balance of power thing, what exactly did this say? Fears of the Black Army eventually forming a military junta in all but name are widespread. We cannot allow such a tragedy to occur, especially after coming so far. To prevent the Black Army from controlling too much power, we must take efforts to reinforce the Soviets and communes. Strengthening the civilian councils, combined with transferring Black Army tasks to other more representative organs, will allow us to maintain our anarchist ideals even in the face of threats. So yeah, I think that we're locked in on libertarian socialism, which is interesting. So now I'm actually just hurting myself whenever I end up on a coin flip that makes the despots more powerful. Having said that, what is this? Ivan Stepanov, the fat bitch. Okay. Ivan Stepanov, the operative of the state. Ivan Stepanov, the snake within the garden. In all honesty, he had hoped for a more creative title. Ivan Stepanov, savior of Russia? Ivan Stepanov, bringer of sanity to a land of madmen? Either would have been fine in his book, but those words did not pass the lips of the protesting people. Ivan Stepanov sat in his usual chair, in his usual spot, in his assembly. Galenskov would receive all the fame and glory, shout as loud as his voice would allow, or could, excuse me, be the father to Mother Anarchy. But what wouldn't it be a son anyway? But what could he do besides that? Could Yuri Galenskov overcome the challenges of a decentralized hierarchy? Could Yuri Galenskov be willing to, or would he? I keep getting the would and the could. I gotta clean my damn glasses. Would Yuri Galenskov be willing to make sacrifices in the name of success, of stability? Could Yuri Galenskov stop Ivan Stepanov? The idea made him giddy. He felt like a character in a play. Shakespeare was what he pictured, but it felt more like a Pushkin play. Ivan Stepanov may have been the villain in the story, but he was a character, a person to be followed by an audience. He had power. Yeah, that's like Richard III. Richard III is you could say is the villain, but he's also the protagonist. Does that make sense? Or like, to use a more modern example, Death Note. You know, obviously the bad guy is Light, but he's the person who we follow. We see it from his point of view. Anyway, his power had only been expanded as he cornered Galenskov in his metaphorical game of chess. One motion block is worrying. Two is cause for concern. But by the third, the Black Army and Stepanov stood atop the corpse of anarchy. There would be no more need for a general assembly for a free Russia. Russia was his, and it would be shaped in his vision. I win. Oh, politics will change. Sibirskaya Cherna Armia becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Remove national spirit. The Russian Free Territory 3 times. That's probably because there's 3 different versions of the Siberian Free Territory. So it's like, it goes away. So that's going to take away a lot of stability in division defense, but we'll get 5% political power gain back and a tiny bit of organization. Well then, are we committed? Is this going to change our focus tree? Because it was looking like our focus tree was something else. I guess let's wait till midnight, see what's going to happen here. We went despotic. Wow. I wonder if I'm the first person to ever go despotic on YouTube. I think I saw like 2 campaigns of these guys online already, and I think they were both going anarchy. I didn't watch them all, I didn't have time, but it looked like they were doing anarchy. Well, this should be interesting. Hopefully I'm bringing something new for you guys to watch. So should I still keep coin flipping? There's still the General Assembly. Or is the General Assembly gone? If the General Assembly is still here, I'm gonna keep coin flipping. What, guys, can you, I don't even know. Is it, nope, it's gone. Never mind. Well, shoot. I probably might have weakened myself then doing that. Because I have heard that the Black Army could be totally busted. And, you know, for example, when I kept, you know, basically farming political power via it, and things like that. I'm wondering if that was part of it. Okay. It had been 3 weeks since the trucks had started passing through their small town. Vadim had noticed the men come through town first one day as he played in the field, coming and speaking with our local council. Then more came with measuring devices, planners. They were suspicious of the government. These men didn't look like the others. They wore blue coveralls instead of green military coats. They didn't seem interested in taking anybody away. In fact, they all seemed interested in was putting up these big wooden poles connected by the long black cables. Vadem was perplexed. Okay, so this is just us setting up the radio, the telegram cables and stuff. Picked up the phone lines. Hello, operator? Operator. No, I'm not going to sing that song. Never mind. Okay. To be pro or reactive? Undue damage of reactionary and authoritarian school systems. See, this is interesting. Yeah, do you think it... Well, maybe some of you know, but I sure don't. I wonder if you actually could flip back to anarchy, depending on how things go. Black Army administration, though, is total. Recovery rate of our divisions is up 15%. Division attack is up by 15%, and we've got increased daily despotic support. We're at 62% total party popularity. Well, then there you have it. Time to correct the misguided teachings. Education is the foundation of our future. We will showcase how anarchist thought will succeed where the puppet democracy and statist thought has failed. It may take time, but the people will finally understand the truth of anarchism. Magadan seems to be taking on Irkutsk quite well. So it looks like a three-way war is going on right now. No, not quite. It's Vyatka that's taking on two at a time. So it's going to come down to Samara and Komi, maybe. Then again, Vyatka looked like it was done for when it was fighting the Aryan Brotherhood, and look who's standing now. We really are not bringing in political power like I would like to be. Oh yeah, I still haven't made my tank divisions. Let's work on that. Is Pavlodar gonna win? I don't think I've ever seen them win down here in Kazakhstan. What's Tyumen up to? Oh, did they... Wait, when did they beat Sverdlovtsa, like the Federation? When did that happen? Okay, so it looks like we're gonna see Tyumen in western Siberia. Interesting. Never seen them win before. Two of my favorite... I'm gonna definitely do the Moe order when and if the time ever comes that I do a Tyumen campaign, because both of the portraits are fantastic. But also both characters are very interesting. I'm going to have a lot to say about them. Alright. Sculptors of the past. Galinskov dug through the filing cabinet before him. It would be under C, right? He was sure of it. They knew how to keep records. General Ivan Stefan, his right. Demanded something be done about all the men sitting around. There was comedy in the situation. They ever teach you how to pillage a college and war school? Alright, found something. Producing a manila folder. On its cover was the proud symbol of the hammer and sickle. Stefanov took the document from Mikhail and opened it to the first page. Curriculum of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, it read, bold and spelled in capital letters. Stefanov handed the document to Galenskov, who at least attempted to read each page diligently before Stefanov took the folder back. You can read it on your own time. We have what we are looking for now. This, along with the other ones from the other college in the city, should be more than enough for them to build an adequate curriculum. You know what? Yeah, we still have the same... This is interesting. I think we still have the same ministers. It's just our head of government here has changed, and he's actually technically libertarian socialist. Actually, no, he was the head of government before. It's interesting. Okay. So it's still the gang hanging out, mostly. Ivan, you're too quick to accept Soviet teachings. I hate them as much as you do. I think it would be best if we didn't restrict knowledge, but allow the people to choose what is best. So we still here could go either despotism or authoritarian socialism. So you know what? For the funsies, we're going to keep flipping. Hold on. Flip. Alright, despotism wins. Well, I guess it's the people's choice. Huh. And so that's going to lead to an increase in despotism. Well, I guess compared to authoritarian socialism. Well, either way, the despotism. Okay. Oh, so I guess basically the libertarian socialists are saying, oh, this Soviet stuff, just throw it in the fucking trash. And the despots are saying, we don't have to like it, but if they want it, they can have it. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Right? Alright, so despotism. Alright, next up, cast down social injustices. Hold on, do we want to do the national service? No, not the national service programs. We don't need that. I don't care about that. Conversion stuff here. The equipment's okay. It's not amazing. Alright, let's make those tank divisions, shall we? Let's duplicate. Armored. Okay, we want something like that. Here we go. No, back. I want the motorized infantry. There we go. It's gonna cost almost everything I've got. Well, there you have it then. Battle of Barcelona, Iberia's test has come. Okay. So we've got 4 here. 1, 2, 3. Try to get a couple more of those out. Okay. In terms of the main battle tanks, how bad is it? 78 days. That's really not so bad at all. Let's go ahead and just have 4 queued up. Alright, fun. Fun. Vyatka still holding on, but I think they've lost Vyatka itself. Yeah, there's Rykov. Yeah, I'm sure they're going down. Uh-oh, what's happening? What's happening? Uh-oh. Okay. Factory output, yes. Let's get a nice boost here, 12%, and the efficiency cap going up as well. Because we've hit the cap on some of this stuff. And we're good. We got almost 4 years, so yeah, we're going to be slamming that 5-speed for a while. Okay. Freedom for all. Except... my husband and I were attacked. The man wiped tears from his eyes as he choked out the sentence. Another day, another speech to the mostly apathetic Security Council. Such was the joys of leaving the free territory open to all. The necessity of the speeches were often dubious at best. Okay, wait, so hold on. Is this a gay man, then? That reminds me, what are our LGBT rights? Legal protections. Okay, well, that makes sense. Who cares? Actually, yeah, full-blown legal protections. You'd think with anarchy it would just be decriminalized, but legal protections, that's actually been giving us a boost to stability this entire time. Have you guys heard, this is, like, okay, so there is some people out there who made a sub-mod for, the New Order, and it's my understanding that nobody in the New Order is involved in this. But they freaking made it so that it's a submod that removes the LGBTQ rights tab. So even though you have the option to outlaw it, even though you can do horrible things depending on what country or nation you're playing to LGBTQ people in this mod, these people hate LGBT, like they're just so offended by the sight of some letters that they made a sub-mod to remove that. Just unbelievable. What the fuck? Well, but then again, there's people who will not play Equestria at War because there's ponies in it. Even though you can play nations where like you make chemical weapons and you do biological warfare on the ponies. Like you could try to genocide the ponies, but it's just like no. I hate them so much I'd rather pretend they don't exist than hurt them. as weird and awful as that sounds. Anyway, He was shouting, he called us evil, a disgusting bastardization of the Lord's image. It was just something dumb. The guy was selling flowers, and, well, he loves flowers. We run the largest garden in our commune, actually. I'm sorry I'm rambling. Stepanov dropped his pen and shook his head. I'm not going to force you to explain anymore. What happened to you is disgusting and should never happen to anyone in this free society. Yuri's head swayed from side to side as he considered the traumatic experience. It was the couple's right to do as they pleased, but it was also the right of the man to shout, was it not? Yuri, usually overflowing with things to say, was usually silent. It's probably supposed to say unusually silent. There's a few typos in this. Not trying to criticize, I'm trying to be constructive. If anybody works on the team is watching this, there's a lot of typos in this, in the last few events I've been noticing. Luckily, companion Valentev spoke for him. What happened to you is horrible. I would not wish that upon my own. However, I do believe it is firmly his right in this society to not only deny you service, but to voice his opinion on your practices. Bickering quickly broke out between the members of the council. You see, like right there, that should be end of quote. Otherwise, it sounds like Valentev is now speaking in some strange third person going, bickering quickly broke out between the members of the council, with most agreeing the shop owner was acting out of line, but the division spurring about whether it was his right to deny someone due to their sexuality. Finally, Stepanov commanded silence. Companions, we must see this as not a lone issue, but a larger one that threatens to tear apart our territory as a whole. I motion to make it a priority of this body that we end injustice on every level, even impersonal. So, options are, we could say, you are just as free as him or I. LGBTQ normalization will happen more rapidly, which increases the popularity of the despots. Or we could say, I don't like what he says, but I will defend his right to say it. So, let me get this straight here. He said he was attacked. Did he actually get physically assaulted here, or did they just shout at him? What's going on here? You know what? Incident sidebar. So I don't get along too well with my sister. I usually just ignore her, but we occasionally see each other. She lives in a different city. But I remember we were going out to eat this one time, and then the hostess out front said, "Oh yeah, you know what? We're full." And I knew it was because of my sister. It was just like my sister gives like I could tell that this woman knew the vibe my sister was giving off, and was like, "Yeah, I don't want to let her in here." I want to be perfectly clear. I'm not insinuating this was a racial thing. I'm not saying like, you know, we were one race and the restaurant was a different race and they didn't want us to come in or something like that. Like, but clearly, the waitress was definitely bullshitting. And for me, it was like I just immediately sympathized with the waitress. It's like, yeah, I barely want to be around my sister either sometimes. And so, so I was like, all right, let's go somewhere else then. Whatever. My sister was very pissed, though, getting quite pissed. I probably shouldn't go into detail. Anyway, so, alright, let's do this. Okay. So, LGBTQ normalization will take longer. So then, is there a ticker on this? I don't see. I didn't know that there were tickers on this social laws. I thought those were sort of thing, you know, kind of like down here where everything's ticking up, right? Like we're improving agriculture at 7 a month. I thought that these were things that just decisions, focuses, events, that's what swapped them, but I guess there's an invisible meter running, I guess, for lack of a better word. I just noticed the thumbs up in social normality. So here it's equal rights, and then here. Well, wouldn't it be the other way around? I don't know. Anyway, we'll flip the coin on that next time. I'm Conquering History Games, and I'll see you then. Bye.